Let's get to the point. Your monthly market report from the Reno Sparks Association of Realtors. I'm John Graham, 2017 president. This month's report is brought to you by Fairway Independent Mortgage and Donovan Contracting. Let's get started with a quick look at the local real estate market. Let's get to the point. The May median price at $335,500 was up 4% from April and up 8% from a year ago. May unit sales at 652 are up 26% from April and up 9% compared to May 2016. May new listings are up 8% at 784 compared to April and down 9% from 1 year ago. With sales at a near record high, we'll look at how new listing inventory is keeping up with the demand in a minute. The Reno Sparks market is a seller's market at 1.4 months supply of inventory. Months supply of inventory is the time it would take to exhaust the active inventory at the current rate of sales. Effective in March 2017, the Reno Sparks Association of Realtors changed its method of calculating months supply of inventory to exclude pending sales. We believe this more accurately reflects the true months supply of inventory. Now it's time for the monthly economic minute with Elliot Eisenberg. Elliot is a nationally acclaimed economist and the author of the blog Econ 70. With appreciating prices, many are saying it's another real estate bubble. But from what we've observed, our current situation is different than what we saw 10 years ago. Elliot, what are your thoughts?
Right you are, John. I really don't see a housing bubble. Let's look at the households. Households' balance sheets are good. Mortgage debt used to be 75% of GDP. It's fallen to 65% of GDP. So houses are much more resilient. There's much less leverage. Student debt's higher, but most people who own student debt don't own a home. So that's the first thing. Next, FICO scores are good. They're at their highest level in 13 years. So household balances sheets are strong. Households are strong. Next, look at real house prices, real inflation-adjusted house prices. They're still 13, 14, 15% below where they were at the peak. So even at these rapid rates of appreciation we're experiencing, we're still years away from getting back to where we were. There's a shortage of homes. We're 4 to 5 million homes below what should have been built by now. And that's part of the reason there's no vacancy rates and there's this limited supply. Last but not least, apartment vacancy rates are at 15 to 30-year lows, depending on how you measure it. So they're a great coincident economic indicator. There's no problem there. And last but not least, job growth is good. John, I simply don't see a housing bubble out there.
Thank you, Elliot, for that great information. It is clear that the economic indicators today include very different market factors than what we saw during the real estate boom more than 10 years ago. The current factors appear to support our opinion that it's not a real estate bubble, and as supply increases or demand decreases, the market will adjust. This month, we will take a closer look at how sales and new listings have been trending. Here is a chart tracking units sold and new listings. This clearly shows that historically, during peak listing months, new listing inventory has outpaced sales. This year is different. New listings and sales are tracking at the same pace, with listing inventory being quickly absorbed as sales. Average days on the market has been on the decline from a high in January at 115 days to 93 days in May. This trend is putting additional pressure on pricing and creates additional challenges for buyers. And now, let's put it all together. May unit sales at 652 is the second highest unit sales in a month, exceeded only by June 2005 at 679 sales. New listings have been on the increase as predicted, but are not keeping up with demand. Pending sales in May were at 807, up 23% compared to April. Pending sales have been on the rise since December 2016. Assuming the majority of pending sales end in actual sales, closed sales transactions will remain strong through the coming months. The average days to contract in May was 45, level with April 2017. That's our To The Point report for June. Talk to your local realtor for details in your neighborhood. Tune in next month for the latest To The Point.